Hey everyone, and welcome. Thank you so much for checking out this video, this live stream, this VOD, whatever it is, however it comes. My name is Brian, if you're new around here, and tonight we're going to be leveling up some more in New World. If you're watching this as a VOD, let me know in the comments, just so I can see how many people are actually checking out my VODs. Now, if you want to play with us, if you want to team up with us, we're on Discord. This is a community game night. That means it's open mic. Come and hang out. It's all about just talking video games, playing, having a good time. And so, yeah, I hope this is a treat if you've never been here on a live stream or whatnot. So let's go ahead and jump in a game. I've already got Yamron here with me. I'm going to bring in Yamron. What's up, dude? All right, we're live. All things are flowing and going. And thanks for the 4 likes, by the way, for those of you out there already smashing that like button. Oh man, so yeah, kids got some good sleep. I got some good sleep, and that was like it. I literally, Mikey, my middle kid, like he was just being I guess I'll say toot for lack of a better word right now.
He was being a butt.
Yeah, and I was like, all right, bud, like we got to get a nap in, and we got him a nap. And man, I tell you, like his mood, like everything was just better. So I was just like, yeah, I got you were tired. You were tired.
If only that applied to adults too.
Dude, I know. Like, oh man, like that. Take that online. Take that to gamers, man. Be like, you know, every time I'm about to release a rant video, it's like, all right, Brian, before you publish, you gotta go take a nap. What's up, Game? Jangwolf? No, we are not on PTR right now because this is PTR prep. I mean, this is May prep. So I've got weapons to level. I got things I got to get done and get ready for May. So it's like, yeah, but I've been spending a ton of time on the PTR. Have you played the PTR arenas yet at all?
I have not. The arenas it's like a WoW sort of arena thing, isn't it? Or it's
like
it's
3v3. 3v3.
What's the excuse me, what's the reward track for it?
Well,
like,
this is where it gets great. So any PvP combat you do, any PvP, open world, OPR, do like PvP, it gets you PvP experience. In fact, actually doing your PvP quests also contributes, right? So as you level, like as you do anything, you get PvP experience, navigating you down this massive like reward track, and then you also get currency in which that you can then open up new rewards, etc. So like it honestly makes me go, oh man, I'm excited for this. I cannot wait to see what they do for the for us on. I'm not getting a lot of audio from the game. 1 second.
Yeah.
I focus on, oh, did he? I got him. Yes, the dot finishes him off. I love it. Yeah. And how do I pronounce your name? Janwolf? Yeah, the PvP reward track, the arenas, rock solid. In fact, I don't know if I'm allowed to share this yet publicly, but I might be getting to do something fun soon, but with Amazon. So I'll let you guys know more. Yeah. I was like,
do I smell a sponsor?
No. I actually, I am notorious for saying no to sponsors. I don't think people are like, I get emails and they're like, well, you tell people what's up?
Is it at least it's like a special like community.
Yeah. It's all
like content creator event.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like
that's fair.
Yeah,
cool beans.
Yeah, I'm excited. I just like it feels good to feel included. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like, oh, 1 second. Let me change up some settings here because I'm gonna listen to music, but I still want the ambiance. And music volume. We'll drop the music, and then we'll go there. Cool, excellent. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. May's update, I think is gonna be. I'm personally just really excited about it. I think it's going to give a lot of players. I don't know though, like if it's going to bring a ton of, like does why is this not? Oh, it's like, okay, there you go. I was on the wrong. That's one thing. Like I was sitting here. I've been practicing because I'm like, all right, like am I going to sit here and be like, yo, controller player here? They're like, who's the controller? Who plays this game on controller? Yo, your boy Ginger Prime. Yeah, dude. So one of the things I found about running arena is I suck. and it literally has made me and that's what I wanted. That's what I like it when a game reminds me that I'm not being like efficient, because like here I am PvE, like okay, like I don't struggle, we have fun, you know, like okay, am I bis, am I doing this, that? No, like, it doesn't matter, nothing's pushing back on me that hard. And so when I'm doing arena, it's like, oh my gosh, like why is my damage so low? And it's like, okay, well, am I missing? No or yes? And then it's like, oh, let me check out my stats and my build and things like that. So I've done that a couple times. I like tripled my damage like from match to match as I start to look into it, because I was like, I wasn't the lowest on the team, but I was like, well, how is this guy like outputting like 3 times as much damage as me? And then all of a sudden it was like, okay, let me look at my stats, let me look at my gear, let me think through it. Let me think through it, as opposed to like just kind of like, I'm just running and rolling. I'm just kind of here doing the whatever, and then and that's what I love. I love when when a game pushes back on me. That's what makes me a better player. When a game is like, you know, whatever, like just have fun. Not that I don't mind those games either. You know, sometimes it's just fun to just chill out and play. I'm just gonna run. Screw them. It ends up being where I'm just like, all right, like yeah, I don't need to worry about it. You know.
Right.
But yeah, that's one of the things that like I love about PvP, is it really is like, it's dynamic. There's one level, and the only issue I'm having on the PTR is an audio issue. Like, you know, and outside of that, like I'm looking forward to updates this week. So most likely, I think it's going to be a solid update. I think the summer's going to be pretty fun. Lots of room for updates and improvements.
Cool beans, man.
Yes. So, what are you working on in game, by the way? Like, what are your in-game goals right now?
Well, since Karamik was doing it, I'll probably get all my weapons to 20.
Nice.
Well,
if we want to do some weapon leveling, I'm almost blunderbuss 20, and then my first step was, I was like, oh man, for prep, my first thing is like, I'm gonna get all weapons to 10, so that way at least I have more options, because when I've been playing in the PTR, I was like, holy crap, I'm not prepared.
Yeah, I'm also trying to figure out a build for Void Gauntlet that I'm happy with.
Nice.
Because I'm not a huge fan of the I'm more a fan of the ranged.
Yeah.
But I have trouble with
Hey, running, how you doing today? Yeah.
What's it called? I don't want to do the full like the full support tree. Like one of the abilities, the far right ability, is just pure healing, and I'm just like,
yeah, exactly.
Not really a huge fan of that. So I'm just like trying to figure out what ability I want to do.
I missed.
Get better, Brian.
Yeah, dude, I love the blunderbuss, man. Like it's gonna, like I'm almost 20. I'm almost
real good.
I love it. I love how it plays. Love how it feels. I really enjoy my build. And again, then it's like maybe I'm not as efficient, or maybe I could, you know, there's more. If you do see a train, if you do see like any shout outs for trains, I would love to go on a train run, get some, you know, get some chests and stuff like that.
Yeah. I haven't been on one.
I'm chatting out.
I haven't been on one.
I think that'd be kind of wild and fun to get a part of, because I actually have time to play, and I'm not exhausted after taking care of the kids.
Yeah.
Like, what a concept. Oh my gosh, I could play for a couple of hours and not feel like winded. Like last night, dude, I was like, oh man, I was like, the kids are feeling better, but I was like, I need to go to sleep.
Okay.
Oh, and then also for anybody watching live or in the VOD, if you guys are doing YouTube gaming streaming, just note that they've actually enabled live redirect, which is a way to kind of send people, aka raid other people's streams, but you have to add my channel to your approved list of live. So I tweeted that out. I posted something on it. I'm probably going to make a video about it tomorrow, just to help, hopefully help anybody kind of get set up. So just note that that feature is now available. I'm excited that it exists. Hopefully that will help build out like kind of the like community features of like, oh, check out this person playing New World. But in order to raid, instead of just having it open, where we saw a lot of Twitch drama last year with like hate raids, like you have to approve who can technically raid you with the live redirect. So I think that's kind of smart, but it does mean it's just a little bit more work up front. There it goes. Yeah. I probably need to make a video on that tomorrow and be like, yo. I checked earlier and I was like, yep, no one's gonna let me raid them. There's not like an easy button, and maybe that will be nice one day when they're like, to redirect to this. All of a sudden,
right.
Because that's one of the things that people ask me about, like, do you like prefer Twitch or YouTube? And it's like, I prefer YouTube, but if you give me Twitch's tools, like, right. I think a lot of people would prefer YouTube. I don't know why though. Like, YouTube is just more relaxing.
Well, also Twitch is becoming more predatory. Not predatory. Like it's becoming. They're taking their own interest into focus as opposed to the streamers. Like, aren't they taking a bigger cut?
Oh, dude,
like everything?
Yeah. Well, for us, we're still like, work to game partner is still 50-50. Like, it's still 50. Like, so you give us $5 and we get $2.50. It's like, okay.
Right.
But like, and I don't know if they've been still handing out the 70, but they're talking about that. They're also talking about removing exclusivity, which I think would actually be really good in the long run. Then, if that's the
exclusivity,
right? If I'm on Twitch, I can only be on Twitch. Right. If I'm live streaming on Twitch, I can only live stream on Twitch, and that's bad. Like, it's bad for like the content creator. I think it makes sense for them, but I think ultimately, like, if you brought that to court, like, I think I don't want to be that guy. Like, I don't have that kind of money. But it's like, I think you win because California basically has laws against basically that aspect, but but it's a part of the contract. So if they take that away, I think that's ends up being a big win. But they want me to run more and more ads. So I streamed 14 last Friday. And I streamed for almost 5 hours, and they were all up in my face about running ads. Now, when I come and stream to YouTube, I don't know if anybody's ever noticed, but when like you come into my YouTube stream, you're not going to get an ad. Even if you got premium, like if you don't have premium, you should not be getting ads on my streams. I'll let YouTube like set ads after like the VOD is up, because I don't necessarily think I get a lot of views like that way, but maybe I'm doing it wrong too. But regardless, is there another quest that I have on here? I want to get my house. I'm trying to rank up here. And
oh yeah, what rank are you at?
Where am I? I'm 40 in Everfall. I'm in 27. I'm almost 28. So if I can get to 30, I can get my tier 4 house. I'm gonna teleport to my.
Wow, you're real close to 41 in Everfall.
Yeah, dude. Oh yeah. Oh, dude,
like
I love Everfall.
You fart in the general direction.
I love Everfall, man. What's up, Mike? What's up, Chili? Hopefully you guys are having a good night. But yeah, so like literally Twitch was like, okay, you gotta, if you want to keep pre-roll ads off, because pre-roll ads, I think overall hurt your content. I think they hurt, like, somebody comes in, they're like, I don't know who this is, or maybe I just want to kind of see what this game's about, and it's pre-roll ad, and you're like, forget this, and like,
yeah.
And that's just what the science shows us. It's like, that's not even like, like, it's not a judgment call on anybody, but it's literally like, that's just how it is. So I'm like, no ads, just turn them off. Like, this is all about hanging out. And then over on Twitch, it's like every like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, like you got to run ads. Otherwise, like, I'm like, gross. And I think that's going to only get more and more like things. And so people have bigger contracts, like the big guys have big contracts. Like I know, like Hassan was like, hey, I get like he runs only 1 minute of ads per hour. 1 minute of ads per hour. And that's special to his contract. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Yes, running is also prepping. Are we on the same server running? Because if anybody wants to level anything, like I will level weapons tonight with y'all. I'll do whatever tonight. Like it's, everyone has some fun. Psychokinetic trace. Yes, Morningdale 28. Let's see if we have any town board missions. Otherwise, I'm just faction missioning and killing anything that gives me points. Yeah, I've been banking bank fishing. I need to go on a fishing run, but yeah. Bringing in that coin. Hey, Caramax out here in Morningdale.
I've been making bank from a few things. Fishing, you know, those salmon.
Yeah.
So for a bit. Quintessences also, especially fire. Fire quintessences. So your alchemy your arcana has to be up there.
Oh yeah, dude. I need to. That's one of the things, like, you know, like potions in the arena. I'm like, I need to go. Cooks needed. Let me see here. What do I need to do? Let me lower down that volume a little bit.
So I'm trying to get all my crafts to it's called 150.
Yeah.
Which I have, I think. I'm not in game right now.
Oh, okay.
But I think I'm like up to something. I can't remember. I think I need not armor smithing, weaponsmithing, furnishing, obviously.
Yep.
That's just annoying. And
I need to get it. I need to get some more fishing trophies.
I think stone cutting.
Mm-hmm.
No, not stone cutting. What's the other one? Now I gotta look.
Yeah, I need to.
Now I'm curious.
I wish I could, like.
How's that this?
Like I want. There's so many like quality of life features. Like when it comes down to like these recipes, it tells me what I need, and I'm like, okay. And then I'm like, I wish I could be like, all right, add to my shopping list, my Amazon cart,
right?
And like go to this like the thing and be like, okay, what am I hunting for? Because now what I have to do is it's so like thing. I literally take a screenshot, and I'm gonna add this to my little notebook because it's like, all right, what am I looking for? What am I looking for? All right, let me grab that recipe. All right, what's next? Because I want to get these things off my list. Copy. So I know what I need to buy. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Let's see.
I think I got probably some of this stuff at the. I'll never fall, but regardless. Go check my. All right, so let me go check my ingredients. Dude, are you playing on our server tonight?
All right. Oh, jewel crafting. That's the other one. Oh, I forgot about that one.
Yeah. Yeah, come on back, Mike. Come on back, dude.
Yeah, dude, it's good. It's a good game.
Dude, it's good, man. So good. Let's see here. Do I have any? I do have a light cooking here. Most of my stuff's in Everfall.
I have a friend who played this game at launch, and then she stopped because, according to her, it's a poopy game.
She coming back?
No, as far as I'm aware, no.
Okay.
Actually, let me check. Let me see if she actually has played recently. Nope.
Got myself some
she
sugar.
played recently. Elden Ring and Lost Ark. And then
Lost Ark's doing so good.
Lost Ark's crushing it, man.
Well, yeah, imagine coming out, 3 years ago, and then having 3 years of content for an MMO launch.
Yeah, that's the dream.
That's the dream. That's the dream every time, man. That's the model. Like, how do you launch? Like, if Amazon launches their next MMO and be like, all right, here's what our plan is. Like, we're legitimately going to just like launch on this island, and then in 3 years later we'll come global. Like, can we get the game now? No, we're gonna wait 3 years. We're gonna work out every possible bug. Saltpeter, so I'll just stick salt. Let's see here then. Peppercorn, nope. Cooking oil, nope. Seasoning blend. Alright, cool. Excellent. Alright, now let me go buy some materials. Oh, cool. Doing some duels in Elden Ring. Very nice. I'm loving Elden Ring. It's such a great game.
It's good, man.
All right, let's see here. All right, let's buy some sugar. Sugar. Hey, not bad. Not a bad price. I'm going to just buy 30 sugars. Then let's see here. Sugar, straw. Strawberry. Does anything else need strawberries? No. All right. I'll just take. Actually, I'll buy them all out. I'll buy out as stock of 9. Okay, strawberry. I got milk. I need sugar. Okay, cool. Barley. I bet barley's expensive. Tier 3, 350. How much barley do I need? 15 barley. Any other barley? Okay, good deal. All right. Nuts. How many nuts do I need? Nuts feel like, oh wow, they're actually really cheap. Holy crap.
Only 2.
Well played.
I have what the, wait a minute, why isn't this, there we go. I have a bunch of food if you need it.
Oh, I'm good. I'm just crafting this stuff up.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm pretty sure I have nuts. Do I have nuts? More than necessary.
They always feel rare to me.
They're around. They're just on the ground.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They're hard to find
because pinpoint.
Bushes are always in the way.
Mm-hmm.
But they're if you know what to look for, they're pretty easy to spot.
These eggs are expensive. Hey,
dude,
Chills.
Eggs are super hard to come by.
They're like the gold of the island.
I mean, close enough. I'm
buying a bunch of eggs.
They're hard to get.
Buying a bunch.
So, but
I just spent it feels like eggs like the real world price. I just literally spent a bunch of money on eggs. Like our egg prices have gone through the roof.
How much are eggs by you?
We pay. They were like $3, and we've been paying like $9 to $11.
Holy freaking!
Yeah, dude.
That's for what, a dozen?
We usually get I think like 32.
32.
Yeah.
So that's like 2.5. Okay, that's still expensive.
Oh, dude.
My parents usually buy eggs by the. Oh man, how many do they get? I think they get 5 dozen eggs at a time. They spend like $8, $9.
When I was a lad, I ate 5 dozen eggs every morning to help me get large. But now that I'm grown, I eat 10 dozen eggs, and I'm roughly the size of a barn.
Yeah,
I love that movie.
I have not seen that movie in a long time.
What's up, Carter?
When I was a kid, I watched that movie. When I was a kid, I was a real big fan of the sing-along tapes.
Oh, nice. Yeah, dude.
So, couldn't get enough of those when I was a kid.
There we go. All right. I think I hopefully have everything I need now. I have a chill in my chat. Deploy countermeasures. Oh, so funny.
Is there a new tent skin?
Yeah, up on the store.
That's not what I'm saying.
I got the new emotes.
Oh, there is a new tent skin. Okay. Yeah, because there's a couple tents out in 3.
Oh, I'm missing 1 peppercorn and 13 salt.
There's a few tents in Windsward that are literally like the new skin.
Yeah.
I'm vanilla. I just like my plain old like canvas.
Plain old.
My canvas tent.
Peppercorn and salt. I need 13 salt, I believe.
There are certain things that are really hard to find.
Yep.
Salt, sugar.
Sugar actually had a cheap price. Ooh.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh, salt is expensive. Oh, onions and garlic also are not hard to find, but they're just expensive.
Yeah.
They're, if you know where to look, I think they're gotten from herbs.
All right, let me grab.
You just pick herbs.
Barley, nut, and honey. All right.
Someone got the. Oh man, someone rigged this. Damn it. Any word on a double experience event?
Nothing yet, but then I know that we'll probably see that. My guess is sometime after the May update.
Yeah, I was gonna say a couple.
I think you do those promos along with the updates and stuff like that, and you just
yeah. Do them maybe a couple times a year.
Yeah, exactly.
That wouldn't be too bad.
Been playing NE 14. Yeah, I finally finished 6.1 Chili and did the raid, and yeah, like I felt really good with myself. Really proud.
Cool beans.
Yeah. Let's see here. Nut, honey.
I would not buy honey if I were you. I would.
You just run to the towns, yeah. I'll
just run to the town.
It's cheap though. It's cheap. That's why I make all this money. So I just sit here. I can let other people do my dirty work. All
you
right.
damn capitalist.
You work for me now.
Nah. I'm actually this game has made me a fan of the player run economy.
Oh, dude, player run economies I think are the best. Like, I know I get a lot of resistance from people who don't like MMOs because I'm like, you don't get it. Like, it gives value to everything. Oh, but somebody can buy best in slot with money.
Well, it also helps the fact that
it
helps the fact that like nothing in this game is useless.
Yeah.
Like everything, like even freaking like reeds have a purpose. A small one, but still a purpose. You can still craft shit with it.
Got stuff. You can turn that in. You can turn that in.
Know? Whereas other MMOs have vendor trash. You know, this game doesn't have that, and I much prefer.
I don't like vendor trash. Like, it is boring.
I much prefer not having my inventory clogged up with vendor trash. I understand its point, which is to generate. It's essentially
it's coin. Yeah.
It's like essentially a UBI, for what it's worth.
I always just see it as like a replacement for monsters dropping coin. However, I still will kill a wolf and it will drop coin, and I still get pissed off by that. Like, just take the coin drops away from non-humanoid monsters, and we're good.
I could dig that, yeah.
Just like non-humanoid monster, not in their loot pool. You know, I'm like, cool, you know, and then.
The thing is, non-humanoid monsters have to drop stuff, something, right?
Yeah.
That's
right. They, materials, like they can drop. Yeah.
That's not gotten from skinning them.
Right.
You know.
Right.
So.
The exit. I like the switching, but sometimes I mess up.
Yeah.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening. Howdy.
What are we doing?
We're playing some New World and talking about all kinds of stuff. And I'm also live on YouTube, by the way. Just heads up.
Yes. Okay, so language rules.
I would prefer that if you can prevent yourself from swearing, but if you just don't make it excessive. Like, that's the ideal. Yeah.
Don't be a sailor.
Well, it's just like,
to do with a bandana and a beard in this outfit that the game has given me.
Hargity har! We be pirates.
We need to grind our weapon skills.
I always like, it doesn't ever like bother me, like, you know, especially in a moment of excitement. It's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe, you know, it's like, but like when it comes down to it, it's like there's a lot of words that we could use that could describe this, and we're just normally just, you know, like, I don't know. I think sometimes it gets overly excessive.
I mean, take a page out of the book of Sylvester the Cat, suffering succotash.
That could work. No, I have a phone day job, customer service with one of the larger, more notable companies in the country, so I can manage language for a couple hours.
Yeah. It's like
Same.
usually it's pretty straightforward. We'll end. We'll be like, welcome to Ginger Prime.
After dark, let the swearing begin. All hail the swear words.
The running gargle says, have you heard you were going to do a wrap off tonight? If we hit our goal of 200 members here on the channel, I'll absolutely break it down.
Wicka wacka wow, bow white, white. He's white. Well, white doesn't know how to rhyme white with white.
It's just a preview.
White, you want to fight? This is gonna be a blight.
So you're better. You got more of these ideas.
Things.
Yeah. That's what's up.
What do I level?
Yeah, so if you want to work on some levels, I'm out here in Morningdale because I want to get to 30, but like, so I'm just like, I want to get to also 20 on Blunderbuss, but then my goal is to get all weapons to 10, just so that way when May drops, I have at least every weapon to 10 so that I can say, okay, this is what I'm working on.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I made a little effort and posted it in the Discord. Made a little effort to get at least my preferred build out. You know, read all the skills, pick 3, get them all unlocked.
Yeah.
So I at least have something to work with.
Yeah. That's actually what I might do. So I wasn't gonna touch Hatchet or Life Staff, but I'm just like, I would just like to see them all leveled up to max.
That's actually where I started. Like, I'm not using them anymore, but that's where I started, like level 1 through about 25.
Yeah.
Was Hatchet Life Staff.
Right.
All right, Mike's back in. Mike, if you want to come hang out, guys, if y'all are like, if you want to, y'all can all hang out and voice people on live stream. So we've already discussed the rules of the swear words. I was just trying to think, because like, generally speaking, yeah, Legendary Mike joined the game. We're still on friends list. I was just like, my goal, like when I make my videos, I'm always thinking I'm making my videos for my kids, right? Like, what would I be okay with my kids watching and me saying, and etc. So that's just my general rule. Oh yeah, and they're we've been playing the Paw Patrol. We've been playing the Paw Patrol game on Game Pass, and I have to say, the concept that gaming is in decline is utterly false.
Where'd you hear that? Wait, where'd you hear that from?
Oh, YouTube. If you go on YouTube, gaming's in a bad place. Like, gaming's like,
Oh, sure, yeah, absolutely.
Well, and that's the thing that I've always kind of said.
Industry that's the largest source of entertainment in the world and has been for the last 5 years. But yeah, it's
I've never heard such a big steaming pile of
it's so wrong.
cow chips.
Oh yeah, but it's
the fastest growing and largest entertainment industry in the world.
Facts.
Like,
and turns out, watching my kids play the. Oh man, I'm dead. I died. I wasn't paying attention to my life. All right.
Oh, well, time to watch the stream.
Yeah.
Oh man, you fought one of those guys.
I was down, man, down.
Those guys are.
See,
to be fair, those guys are annoying as hell. Not gonna
Now
lie.
I feel a little better, honestly, because I've been having some trouble with the higher level bad guys, but watching someone at max level get taken down by somebody 11 levels lower than him, suddenly I don't feel so bad dying.
Oh no, this game will kill you. This game will kill you.
To be fair, it was a silver elite, but yeah, I totally understand.
Yeah, and this game will kill you, so it is what it is.
I've also died to wolves, and
I'm gonna invite you to my group.
I've died to wolves in this game.
I'm bringing friends. I'm bringing friends.
That sounds like a great idea.
Is Mike in our company? Yes.
You'd know better than I would.
Let me bring You know, I haven't
What's
touched
up,
life staff in a
creature?
while. I'm gonna go ahead and
Oh, a
swap
healer
that
with
in.
me. Holy crap, dude. Like, everything's coming up Millhouse today.
And I might need to respec my life staff because it is built for offense because I was soloing,
Hey, Amanda.
which is
What's
a
up,
heck of a
Richard?
thing to say.
Yeah, it's been a while. My kids literally have been sick, and it's just been going around the house. So for like 2 weeks, it's just been nothing but like, I was so tired last night, I didn't go do stand-up. I've been doing stand-up on Monday nights, and I was just like, it was 7 o'clock, and I look at my wife, I'm like, we got to put the kids to bed. And I need to go to, and I literally, like, I crawled into bed at 8 o'clock, and I got up this morning at, like, I slept a long, good time, so I'm feeling good, but it's just been like, you know, like whenever you got a family, like, we just kind of pass it around. Oh, you might need, let's see here. You might need the roll to see the New World section. Check my game rolls. All right.
I am having trouble with the map. I don't know where you went.
Oh, okay. Let me just pull it up real quick. I went out to the north, south, east, west.
Oh, there you are. You didn't teleport. You just ran.
Yeah, I'm running because I have to, like, I should probably mark it on the thing. So I need to go here, and then I need to go up here for the... Did you pick up the faction missions and whatnot?
No. Let me double back.
Yeah, double back, get to faction missions, so that way if we have any overlaps, you're still ranking, you know, that's going to be good.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, so I can wait out here for a second.
I just ranked up tonight.
Yes!
But I ranked up. Dinner arrived. I ate that. Your stream started.
What a good night. What's up, Mike? Dude, welcome back to New World.
What's up, brother?
How did New World survive? Well, there's this one real passionate ginger who invited everybody back one person at a time. Took him 3 years, but by that time there was an expansion, and then all of a sudden, and then he got his name in the credits like they are in Final Fantasy 14. Game plan. How many games can you get your name in?
I think 2 or 3, but just because I backed them on Kickstarter.
Oh, nice, dude. Yeah.
I'm in Bloodstained, but that doesn't really
Yeah.
count for much because there are 45 minutes of backer credits on that one.
Fall says, I bet gaming crushed sports as well, and I'd love to see some numbers on that. I think personally, though, sports
Absolutely.
hinders itself because it's still locked into these old, archaic, you know, contracts that they have with cable. Because I took my kids to the Ranger game last week, had a blast. Like, I played sports, I like watching in person, but I don't have cable. I'm not going to get cable. You know, and I cut the cord years ago, and I can't, I don't know why, like, it hasn't partnered with Disney or Hulu or somebody, you know, because I think, I mean, hell, that'd be amazing to see if Netflix freaking grabbed that. That'd be wild.
I mean, to put it in to put sports into perspective to gaming, more people watched. Oh, what League of Legends championship was it? A couple years ago, I think it was the 2018, 2019 championship for League of Legends, the World Championship.
Yeah.
More people watched that than the Super Bowl that same year.
That makes sense.
So
There's a
it was
certain
like
level
over-
of accessibility that comes from.
It was literally over 100 million people were watching the League of Legends championship that year. 2018, 2019,
So
something like
when
that.
you go on YouTube, and if you are a YouTuber, you will see the comments like, this game's, you know, like whatever game, it doesn't matter. Like I hear it for every game. Final Fantasy 14's trash. This game's trash. That game's trash. Every game's trash, and it's like, all right. And then there's the video decline in gaming. Like it is this belief that gamers have, especially as it relates to monetization. I'm not agreeing with it. I'm just saying that I have to go an extra level in terms of communication to try and reach those people, because essentially there's that part. Like I literally been playing the Paw Patrol game with my kids, and they are absolutely loving it. Paw Patrol game cost me absolutely nothing. It cost me my sub, but I'm playing other things on it, so I don't necessarily equate that as a part of that cost of my my Game Pass. But
Whoever says gaming is dying is an idiot. Like,
The last time I heard the gaming is dying argument was when we started seeing the transition from console and PC over to mobile being the dominant platform that people played on.
The
And
fact
it's
we
not
still
that
get- yeah.
gaming is dying. It's the gaming as I understand it
Traditional
is
gaming is
changing.
dying.
Yeah.
Therefore, it is dying.
The thing I like about it is
the
changed.
last time I heard that argument,
And my
did you
counter
ask him it?
argument, my
I
counter
heard- I
argument
think
is now Elden Ring. Like my counter argument is that, like Elden Ring exists.
well, according to
Basically
EA,
took over the
according to EA, single player RPGs aren't profitable anymore.
Well, I mean, honestly,
Was
you
it
have
EA
Square
or was
Enix.
it Activision?
Well, yeah, oh yeah, but you also have
One
you
of
also
those
have
two.
Square Enix selling off their Western studios, and when you go look at the numbers,
Yeah.
absolutely that was the right call. Like, yeah, people are like, oh, they're profitable. They're making like 3%. Like they are one
Yeah.
bad game away from
The
being
fact-
being ruined. And I was like,
They
holy
also
crap.
sold property that lost them like millions of dollars. Marvel's Avengers, right?
Oh, dude, yeah.
They sold
That
it
game
for
was
$300
wrong.
million. They sold like that whole package for $300 million, and it's just like, dude, if they could sell it for that little, imagine how much they're actually making off of it.
That game is like, I tried to love that game. Like I played it, I leveled up multiple characters. I mean, like, yeah, and I was like, oh, and it just was like, this is bad. Like this is not, like it doesn't, like the single player
From what I-
story of it was, I had a good time with that, but it's pretty short. And then all of a sudden you're like, all right, what's happening? You know, like, okay, are we doing anything here? And then it's like,
From what I heard, they just made a whole bunch of wrong decisions. Bad
Yeah.
decisions. Like they didn't use the likenesses for the actual heroes from the MCU.
I think they could have gotten away with it with their long-term plan, because like trying to get the
Yeah.
contract of the actors, and like I think that probably cost them a lot. I think 300 million was like, oh, and all this debt, except all this cost that we're incurring. So now, all right, let me heal
I would
up.
imagine the
Isn't-
likeness contract would be expensive as all get out, because
Yeah.
reportedly Robert Downey Jr. was half of the casting budget for his salary alone for Endgame, and you saw how many people were in Endgame.
Yeah, he made millions. He had a special contract because he was the first Marvel movie. Well,
Yeah.
not the first, but
The first
He
successful
was the
one.
first of the MCU.
No, he was the
of
first successful one. No. Hulk was. It still counts.
Was
Yeah, it still counts. Still
It-
canon.
Okay.
The
take your word for
canonicity
it.
of it is in question.
Wait, is that the one with what's his face?
Norton or something like that, or
No.
Yeah, no,
What-
Edward Norton.
Edward Norton.
Edward
there
Norton
I
was
was
in the sequel. The original was Eric Bana.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know how much those. I don't know how much those
Yeah.
two are canon.
I think there's a lot of potential
Mark
in mobile,
Ruffalo.
and I think when you start to see mobile, and so you have Diablo Immortal coming to PC finally, like really now, and I'm like, great, like there's nothing wrong with it. I think Fortnite proved that, and then you see like Genshin Impact, like stop limiting it. Like I think people are like, I wouldn't mind having a New World app that I could do certain things in New World on my phone if I felt like doing that. But essentially, you start looking at what's your overall experience that you're looking for and trying to achieve. And so, I've always stated, like, the fact that we actually get real games, when you look at how much mobile brings in terms of gaming, like the fact that we get like that
It's like a
Amazon was
huge
like, hey,
portion
let's
of
build
these-
an MMO, and I'm like, all right,
It's a huge
Yeah.
portion of these companies'
operating revenue.
profits.
Yeah.
Is
Honestly,
mobile
I
gaming.
think
It's like
that's what the EA guy was talking about when he said single player isn't profitable. No, single player games are still profitable. People buy them. When you compare them to the season pass model,
there's
Yeah.
And just
Looking
the
at it from a
general
pure
cost. Like you
dollar.
can spend like $300,000 on your mobile app and make millions and millions and millions and millions and millions. Or you could spend millions and millions and millions, and hopefully you don't screw up, and then maybe you get your money back and then some. And it's like, so it's the risk factor that a lot of people are and businesses are adverse to risk. That's why Nintendo is such a gem and that sucks and is awesome at the same time. And Nintendo is such a complex one, but they'll do random stuff just for the sake of it, and it will work or it won't. And if it works, everybody else kind of follows suit. The big companies, because they have a lot of overhead risk, like having something bomb, like that's a big cut, that's a big loss, and so you want to avoid that, especially in the interest of shareholders in publicly traded companies. You have a fiduciary responsibility to like, okay, well, how do we mitigate risk? How do we like ensure? And it's like, go with the safe option, go with like what's been proven, refine that, etc., annualize that. You know, the fact that EA makes more money off of like the microtransactions in FIFA than they do on FIFA, like it's like, yeah, and until people stop buying it, they're gonna, you know, they're gonna stop selling it. So preach, man.
Yep.
Dude, New World is amazing. I think I'm amused that it gets so much hate because I'm like either you like if you are a longtime MMO player and you're like, oh yeah, you know, like New World sucks. I'm like, okay, like that's the conversation I'm more interested in having. But someone's like, I heard this game sucks and I'm gonna hate on it. I'm like, all right.
Okay, but why?
Right. Like, well, I think they're just bored. Like, it's like, all right.
Brian.
What's up, Red? How you been,
Well,
dude?
I'm pretty good. I'm actually just about finishing up my stream now, and I had to come over and say hi to you guys.
Hey, and congratulations on getting affiliate on Twitch.
Thank you. It's been
Congratulations.
Thank you. It took a little while.
It's a grind, man. It's, you know, all these things are grind.
All good things take a long time.
Well, that's it's a good thing, but I'm enjoying it so far. I'm enjoying meeting new people and just talking with them. That's the best part about it, guys.
Yeah.
Quins.
Yeah. The Fia says Dragon Quest 3 2D HD is going to be amazing. I absolutely freaking agree. I cannot wait. Do we have a date on that yet? On that one yet? If we have a date, please tell me. So Red, what you been playing? Like you've been back in 11, right? Or are you still just bouncing around?
I've been a lot of ESO, man. I've been trying to grow the guild.
Yeah, dude.
I got a few more people in there now.
Nice.
That's hard though.
Yeah, it's just a grind. It's a grind.
Yep, been on there making content there and streaming the tar out of it.
That's awesome, dude. That is fantastic. I still haven't. I'm still like, someone's like, hey, when are you gonna play the new Guild Wars expansion? And I was like, I'm kind of waiting until they drop it on Steam. I own it. I actually bought it, but I haven't played it. But I'm waiting for Steam because I was like, I'm hoping that I can set up my controller like I have it set up in New World and be like, yeah, let's go.
Oh, there you go.
Well, because it's like that's one game, and this game too. Like this is one game. Like I just don't understand. Like get the native controller support going.
I mean, they could literally just use F14s because they don't have a patent on it, or they do, but it's open or something.
It's completely open. It's completely open.
Yeah,
Yoshi P wants people to take it.
They have a weird sort of relationship with that thing.
I think as WoW kind of really set in stone kind of a language as it relates to all this stuff, I think like 14 from a controller perspective, it's like, come on, let's go. I love it at WoW.
Awesome.
Oh, 11 is like 11 said
it's
it.
a controller.
Oh, I agree. I played. That's why I was like, people like, you play MMOs like a controller. Like that's how I started. I didn't play like I played 11 on a controller. I never was like keyboard and mouse.
I can't do 14 or 11 without it. I just can't.
14. As someone who played 14 as both keyboard and mouse and controller, that game is best on controller.
Did Tony Stark subscribe?
Legitimately.
It's Stank. It's Tony Stank, not Stark.
Oh, okay.
Julie's like, whoa. I was like, hey, what's up? Welcome, Tony. That'd be wild. He's got his own YouTube channel. Like Marvel's going real metaverse on us.
Nice.
This is an Xbox Elite Series 2, so this is the latest one that they've come out with.
With your special keyboard.
Yeah, that they don't make anymore.
I don't know why they didn't.
I don't know. I loved it because that's what I used in 11. I mean, not this specific one, but the chat pad that they had. I'm like, absolutely, yeah, I'm gonna chat.
I wonder if they I wonder if they make like third-party versions.
I'm sure that they do.
Where are you? There he is.
I finally ordered a new graphics card today.
Oh, what'd you order?
Oh, just a 3070.
Oh, cool.
Just a 37.
Just a 3070.
Oh, Mama said, I want my tower now.
Yeah.
So okay, babe.
What do you think they're gonna like? I think they got the Final Fantasy 11 event on Sunday.
Oh, dude, I'm worried.
I'm like they haven't really.
Is that this Sunday?
This Sunday, man.
Man, I might.
I don't think it's gonna.
Party on
I don't think it's. Yeah, like I'm gonna do that for sure. Maybe we'll bring you in on a collab, you co-stream, etc.
That'd be cool.
I hope it's good. I hope it's good.
No time zones. Are we talking Sunday as in Saturday night? Sunday
I
morning?
think it's Sunday morning, but I need to go and double check time zones.
Okay.
I don't care what time it is. I'm gonna do it. I've been thinking about actually doing the watch party on Twitch on that one. I don't know if anybody's gonna watch it, but it'd be kind of cool. Dude, I'm worried. I'm really worried that they're gonna sit there and say basically it's 20 years, they're done.
Here's a new emote. We worked on this for 3 years.
Yeah, well, I'm worried about. Well, it's 20 years. We're gonna retire the game. That's what I'm worried about.
I think we might see a cloud solution, like what they could be able to make this game playable in the browser. You know?
Oh, they could.
I don't think we're going to be seeing retirement because they do have a tiny content update in May.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's just like a couple new quests.
It could be a future. I get where Red's coming at. Like it could be a future retirement. Like, hey, we're gonna put out this last content patch, and then we're gonna retire it in like 2024 or whatever.
I know what I want. I want them to redo it and remaster it, but is it gonna happen? No.
I don't think we're getting a remaster, but how epic would that be?
Dude, that would be amazing. Final
I kind of understand your concern about it disappearing, because if the rumors of the Square Enix buyout are to be believed, or with Sony sold off all of their MMOs 7 years ago.
Yeah.
But Sony is also trying to build out as many games as a service as they can now. Like that's their new goal for the next. And so it's like
Square Enix just sold a few games. They did sell a few games.
Right, but I don't think
none of those were like they were one bad release away from like being negative on that, you know.
Yeah,
so
Tomb Raider, they sold a few other ones. Like I don't care about them.
Well, yeah. But no, Square Enix is not going to get rid of one FF14. It's literally, isn't it like literally their most profitable game?
Yeah.
What one?
Yes.
Currently, 14.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
14 is their most profitable. What's their second most profitable?
11.
Bingo.
That's because it's well.
No, 11 is still making money. They're not losing money. Yeah.
You gotta get your butt on there, play with me, Brian. Come on now.
Well, here's the thing. Here's what's weird. I literally need to, I think, update my it's just I'm sitting here. I'm just hesitant because I've been working on all this stuff and it takes so long to get all my stuff set up for work. I'm sitting here like I couldn't get it to launch on Steam, right? I was like, what the hell? And I'm troubleshooting. It's not loading. I installed directly. Won't launch. Go to the private server. Won't launch. Will not load on my PC. Got all. I mean, every setting, no error. Just like I can go into it, etc. So I actually installed it on my Shadow PC, and it runs fine. And I was like, okay, cool. So now I have the private server on Shadow, and I'll just need to get the full version installed now, and then that way I can kind of switch between the two. I was just like, whoa.
When I had the issue, I just totally uninstalled and reinstalled. That's all I did.
See here.
But the best thing is, it saves all your macros. I forgot. I got my macros from years. Now, what you might not know, they actually, do you remember Windor when you had to, like, that's where your macro king, right? You got like lines and lines of macros. They now have an automatic gear macro you can equip. So you can equip all your gear with one button in the game.
That's cool.
Sorry, what now?
There's a gear macro built in Final Fantasy 11 now, where you can sit there and hit a button and equip whatever gear you want, instead of having macro lines and 2 or 3 macros just to do one weapon skill.
There we go.
Oh, is that related to that mod closet
Duty?
thing?
That's the thing. So if you guys haven't seen, for the vast majority of my New World dedicated content, that's over on Ginger World Gaming, and I'm literally almost hitting 4,000 hours probably tomorrow, and I'm at 600 subs. So that's like for me the first time. I have never had a channel hit the watch time requirement before the sub requirement. So I was like, oh, this is great.
Don't you need 1,000 subs though?
1,000 subs and etc. But anyway, I just linked. I think that video goes to the Ginger World and the latest controller setup, which is what I use. So, and actually you can just literally download it. So you'll have a link for you. You can download and set it up. There is a little configuration because I have my key bindings set a little differently. So if you follow the guide, you should be good. But if you have any questions, just let me know, man. All right, now we need to go to this cave.
Speaking of controller guys, I've been seeing you dumping them like a couple times a day.
Yeah, so I finished off some contracts and I'm waiting for some new contracts to get like finished. So I found I just worked on content all day today. So today was technically like a full day of like if I was a full-time content creator.
Right.
But note that I was like, there's no way that I can sustain that. So hopefully a couple of these I'm just waiting. I heard so we're just waiting on approval so I can actually get back to coding. And so it's like,
Whoa!
so
Where'd
yeah.
these guys come from?
Otherwise, you might be seeing a lot of content from me while I hunt for new contracts to work on. Because I love you guys, but like, yeah, YouTube. Yeah.
I thought you were just being extra dedicated because you had 19 classes to make guides for.
I have
for
a lot.
PvP.
Oh, and yeah, I've actually gotten a lot of the PvP almost done. So I'm almost done with PvP. And I think I stole your skin. I apologize. I didn't realize.
No, that's fine.
I'll let you get the next two.
I figured we were just swapping them.
Yeah, I was just like, I think the general was like, yeah. But yeah, make sure you grab the next two.
Sure. Speaking of, I don't think I told you guys, skinning 200
Nice!
Saturday.
Nice.
Sweet.
I
Actually,
got my first chest today for hitting the little pip.
Nice. Skinning is one of those things where it's hard to after the first.
Got a dude on me.
all right, where you at?
Wow, my brain just like died on me.
I was behind you. I don't know where I'm at now.
I'm with you. I just went into a
after you
house.
level up to 200, for me at least, it's hard to get past. Like it's hard to level it up.
Yeah, fishing, skinning slow after like for the attribute, what is it called? Aptitude. But
Aptitude.
fishing is super fast. I'm getting like emerald gypsum. Like it's awesome.
Yeah.
Like it's like, oh man,
Yeah.
how did you level up to
Fishing-
600 expertise, Brian? Nothing but
Fishing is
fishing.
so all the others are like over 100,000 experience ish. But fishing is only like 30,000,
Yeah.
which is really cool. So you only have to catch like 300 to 400 fish in order to get one full.
And then
aptitude
you're
level.
also making
I would
like
be
I'm making
astounded
bank on
by
money.
that number, but I easily caught 500 in 2 days fishing between work
Yeah.
calls
Yeah.
last
That's
week.
Holy cow.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like 8 hours of fishing. Well, I mean, between work calls, so 6 hours of fishing.
I was gonna say 7 hours.
More like 6. It depends on the day. Mondays are busy.
I'm just busting them.
Mondays are busy until noon,
Oh wait, I think we need to.
Oof.
which is why it's great. I get like 2 hours of overtime. It's voluntold.
Voluntold.
Oh, I know all
Mondays.
about that.
Yeah. So I have to get up 2 hours early to do 2 hours of extra work, and then half of my day is just nothing.
That stinks.
Could we just slide my shift and I log out 2 hours early? Oh no, we gotta have people in the queue. Why? I'm not doing anything.
That sucks.
Well, that's not true. I am doing something. I'm getting paid to fish.
Yeah.
Fish
Oh, there
is
you go.
also paying me, so I'm making money in 2 places. It's actually a sweet deal.
Making that virtual currency and that real money.
Dang it.
Indeed.
And then that's how you.
Right.
That's how did you transition yourself into a gold farmer?
Yeah, exactly.
We don't talk about that.
Yeah.
I'll be playing some 11 this weekend before the stream happens. Honestly,
Nice.
I'm gonna have to.
Nice.
So, have you played it with the new job points? Probably not.
No, I haven't. I haven't hit job points. I was still meriting and whatnot. Like so, and then, like I was working on my blue to get him to 99, and so that was the last kind of I touched it, and I forget where I left off. I was actually started into the new expansion, Arden, Seekers of Ardalan or whatever.
Yeah, I didn't. You know, that one's not bad. So you know how you got to use like the? Do you remember having to use the crystals to teleport around and stuff like that?
Oh yeah, that's such a nice feature.
You use no, it's different now. You can actually teleport anywhere from home point to home point now.
Well, that's what I meant. I thought you were talking about for the home
Oh no,
points.
no, no! I
Yeah.
meant like the Mogs and the Moss, DL, Mia, Hala, all that stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
There's actually zones there now, and you got some harder guys for a level 99. You got some very tough mobs there,
Nice.
and that's how you get your extra points.
Colin says, I tried to be a gold farmer, but I couldn't get the gold crops to grow.
Ah, nice. Hey, Colin.
That used to be one of my favorite parts of Animal Crossing. Literal gold farming. You plant money. Every day there's a hole where you get 1,000 bells. if you plant money into that hole, it grows into a money tree that has more bells.
Nice.
That's fun.
Literal gold farming.
It's one game I've never played.
I have no interest in Animal Farm. Animal Crossing.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you're
I was about to
good.
say, I have no interest in Animal Farm either.
It's a good
That
book.
was a terrifying view of the future that we are living, and I don't want to think about it.
Is that a book or a movie?
It's a book by.
Both.
Was it by Orwell?
I'm pretty sure it was Orwell.
Yeah. It was actually an allegory for the Russian Revolution.
Yep.
If I recall
Yeah,
correctly.
it was his allegory for communism, just as 1984 was his warning about fascism.
Yo. I gotta read 1984
I got about halfway through
since
it.
it's very apropos these days.
I got about halfway through it, but I was also like 14. I was trying to be
Yeah, I
smarter
read-
than I was in high school.
That's how you.
Yeah, no,
That's how
we
you
read
grow.
Animal
That's how
Farm
you. That's how you
in-
have that social score.
We read Animal. I was 14 when we read Animal Farm for high school, 9th grade.
I've been reading The Hobbit to the kids.
Oh, it's such a good book.
I made
Yeah.
my daughter start reading it to me.
Oh,
Such a
that's
good-
the twist. I didn't get to do. I needed that.
Such a good book for kids, especially because of how it's written.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
And so what we've been doing.
Tolkien actually said that if he had known how he was going to write the Lord of the Rings trilogy, if he knew how he was going to write it, he would have written The Hobbit in a much darker tone.
I'm glad it's written the way it
And I
is.
think that would have ruined it, honestly.
I
Here's
think
my
it would have
question.
ruined it too.
Do you have the illustrated version?
So I've been no, but what we've been doing is like as we've kind of finished scenes and chapters, just to kind of help visualize with the kids, I've been bringing up the movie. So it's like, oh yeah, I remember the. So we
Yeah.
did they where they all are meeting and the mark on the door and Gandalf and. I'm not planning on doing that for the whole movie because some of the kids are kind of young, but I just wanted to kind of get like, oh yeah, so like to
So-
visualize these characters and
So you've obviously heard the song or read the song Far Over the Misty Mountains.
yeah,
Cold,
yeah, yeah.
right? Okay, a really good rendition is Clamavi de Profundis on YouTube.
Okay.
I can link you the
Please
the
do.
thing.
Please do.
It's a really good. I'll do it now. It's a really good rendition.
Okay, that's enough, you guys. You need to fall down dead now. Thank you.
Not the complete edition.
Did they buff spears while I was gone?
Yeah, I think a lot of weapons tuning has happened. They're still they're working on bows right now.
That makes sense. That is the weakest ranged weapon right now. Or at least that's how it feels.
Yeah, I've been playing a lot with bow and on PTR.
I have been enjoying the musket
level are you,
as
Mike?
a hunting weapon.
Mike, oh, okay, yeah, you're making good progress. We'll probably get another double XP weekend sometime after the May update, which almost will be either probably the 1st of June or, like meaning like when the update happens, like around sometime in June or, I mean the update at the end of May, my guess, and then the PTR weekend would be. Oh no, I'm down.
No!
You're
I
okay.
even healed you for nothing.
Ginger
Practically
down.
nothing.
Ginger down.
Ginger down.
I hit you with the heal spell and your bar did not move. And I don't think it's a glitch.
Yeah.
You have a lot more health than this weapon is ready for.
That's true. Now, so Kryptonix asked, "What are we doing?" And so a couple things here is that if a train ends up opening up, I want to jump in on that. But I am almost to level 30 in Morningdale, and so I'm leveling up weapons and then also Morningdale because I want to get my house, so I can have another house. And then that's literally kind of my mini goal. I put out a video over on Ginger Gaming World today for New World, talking about like my current focus of like trade skills is I want to get up my Arcana because like I want to be able to make sure I'm supplying the market with potions and materials for when the PvP arena update goes live. And the PvP reward track system, I don't know if you've seen it, Red. It is amazing.
I did. Did you see that they just put out an email on the content creator
Yep.
for the PvP stuff coming out? I
Yep,
just
yep,
got
yep.
that today.
Yes. So that's one of the things that I want to kind of look at and trying to. I'm testing. I'm refining my build. I've already like tripled my damage, but I'm like, I still like a lot of work I'm just trying to get, because the 3v3 really does like make me go, oh, okay, I'm not really, I wasn't understanding the weapon, because like until a game pushes back on me, like Elden Ring's great, because like I'm like, oh, I need to learn how to actually play this game. You know, it's like, because it's not like everything's just gonna like, oh, you're the best and you're the warrior of light and nothing, you know, can stop you. And it's like, okay, like you just kind of rickroll. A lot of armor, you know.
Did you just say rickroll?
Whatever.
Did you just say that?
Yeah.
I got go finish your story. I got something to tell you.
All right. Oh,
Finish your
anyway.
story.
So it ultimately, like when a game pushes and makes and challenges me, that's when I'm like, okay, let me go figure it out. And so the fact that like the PvP was like, oh yeah, like I clearly suck. Like I need to figure out what I'm doing wrong. And so now I'm having a great time. And ultimately, yeah, my goal, like in terms of that, like hopefully I can maybe get some PvP builds out for people who want to come check out the arena. But it's the arena's fun, PvP reward redemption's fun, and that's the end of my story. Go ahead, Red.
Okay, there is a YouTube channel called Countdown. Okay.
Oh, I've heard of them.
Did you hear about this?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I heard about it and I had to look them up. So, has anybody else in chat heard about this Countdown channel on YouTube with 150,000 subscribers?
I have not.
This guy is a genius. Basically, he put out every single day a 6-second video with a countdown. Like it'll be start with 90, I think he started with. Then he went down to the next day 89, and every special day, like we'll say Christmas, New Year's, he had special sounds on it. So everybody's speculating what is going to happen on day 0. Has everybody heard of what Rickrolled is and what it actually is?
Oh my god, it was just a giant Rick
It was a Rickroll.
Wow. That was pretty funny.
I'm sorry I missed out on that. I wouldn't even be mad.
Oh
Yeah.
my!
No.
I mean,
Yeah, it's too funny.
Look it up. This guy. How much money do you think he made from this?
I don't know.
I seen his watch time.
Way more than he should have, but not
I
as
seen the
much
watch
as he
time
deserved.
and the. Oh my gosh! Can you imagine 100 in like what 25, 150,000 subscribers?
Yeah.
And the one program I have shows all watch time for videos for every video.
Yeah.
And oh my god, he made bank on this. I mean, you guys need to look it up. It is amazing. Dallas, I'll post it in link in a second, just the channel. That way you can check it out.
Yeah. Kryptonic says, haven't had much time to play anything last we spoke. Been super busy. How's 14 been? 14's PvP is finally ready. Like it's actually is a decent PvP. And I've really enjoyed that. I've actually got so addicted to that I didn't do the story for a couple weeks. And then I finally did the 6.1 story in the raid. And honestly, really good. Like it really kind of alleviated a lot of my concerns with like, what is the future of this game? You know, like, am I in for another round? And so far the story seems fairly intriguing. So I'm looking forward to seeing where it goes from here. But I think essentially like, yeah, like, you know, like I beat the story. I'm gonna, you know, continue to do my PvP, and like I don't see myself like really getting, you know, I love the PvP so much that it, you know, I hope it continues to have low to no pop queues, which right now it doesn't have any queue time, like, or very little. So it's easy to get into a match, and I want to see if I can increase my rank. But right now, honestly though, it's like, yeah, between 14 and New World, I'm in the same boat. I don't have a lot of time to play because I'm spending my time all my time in New World. And then what else have I played? I've been playing with the kids. Yeah, Elden Ring. I've done that on stream so far. So I want to do another Elden Ring stream. I might do that as my Friday stream this week. You know, as I've been streaming Friday afternoons, etc. But I don't know if I would do that on Twitch or if I would do that over here on YouTube. I like to have them like all archived for the playthrough. That mountain goat is running away.
Brian, do you use anything where records your stream while you're streaming?
Sometimes with Streamlabs and with OBS, I can hit record, so that it's like whatever program I'm using, like it will capture the gameplay. Streamlabs will capture just gameplay. OBS, I can't figure out how to make it do that, so it will capture my face. So whenever you see any kind of highlights with me in it, you know, it's like, oh, he was using OBS.
I use Streamlabs, and I record every single stream I do.
Nice.
And I do know that it's 24 hours after I do on Twitch when I can actually post it on YouTube. But it has to be 24 hours.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would recommend editing it down though. In that regards.
Yes. Well, I'm like, that's one thing you could always do if you wanted to go on Work to Game.
Might be what
Just
I end
thought
up
about
doing. It might be what I end up doing. I mean, because it's it's not a rush, but I don't know. I like I said, like I personally really enjoy YouTube streaming. It just feels way more relaxed. And when I was on Twitch last Friday, they were like every 20 minutes, every 30 minutes, like you got to run ads, you got to run ads, you got to run ads, and I'm like, oh gosh, back off Twitch, And then
the ads don't bring enough money to even warrant them.
well, that's where I think they're going to make their. I think that's where they're going to try to make up the delta is in terms of ads, because they're not. I don't think Twitch is making money in terms of like the subs, so they want to push and incentivize
I mean,
ads.
Twitch operates on a loss, doesn't it? It literally doesn't make money.
I think so. I think you're right.
Like,
That is amazing to me, considering they sell bits and take half of the sub revenue.
I know.
Yeah,
There are
I'm pretty
millions
sure-
on millions of subs.
What are they spending the money on though? Because I don't feel like they've
exactly.
released another featured one. Well, this is the same thing about Twitter, right? So I'm actually thrilled that Elon's buying Twitter, and I'm just kind of reading up on all of this stuff, and it's like people are freaking out and losing their mind. Twitter's spending like $800+ million in R&D, and they're making $200 million. Like, what the hell's going on with that? That seems suspect. Like, I don't know. Like that makes me kind of interested and concerned.
aren't
So I'm
they
curious.
subsidized by the government though?
Twitter's not. They're not a public entity in the terms. Like, while it's considered to be a, I mean, like my nose is bothering me. Daggum it. While people consider it to be the social square, the town square, they're a private company, or not private. They're a publicly owned company, but they're not government funded. And maybe if they are, holy crap! Then if they are and they are banning people, like I get there's bad actors, I get there's assholes, like I get it, but I am so scared of censorship.
Social media sites are subsidized by the government.
I got rid of Twitter a long time ago.
Let's go. Yeah.
There is something wrong with my market board right now.
Oh yeah.
I
What's
have
up?
filtered it to only show me what I can equip,
Yeah.
and it is showing me everything, including level 60s. That is really weird.
Like maybe you can equip it. Maybe that's the bug. Maybe.
No, I am upgrading my life staff. This thing is 10 levels behind me and a green. I am not doing anything for you right now. So I'll just buy a better one for cheap.
Oh, cool.
I love this server's economy for leveling weapons. Almost everything is $5 to $20. It is so easy to stay geared and stay alive.
Yeah, I think Square is getting ready to be acquired by somebody.
Yeah.
By whom?
Sony, probably.
Sony is the most likely candidate based off of their close relationship. But like you got Amazon, they're clearly a dog ready to fight, and then you got Microsoft as well. And so when it comes down
Amazon
to
is literally
when it comes down to it, you know that there's going to be offers, right? I think Microsoft can offer way more money than Sony. So it's like from a fiduciary responsibility perspective, the board has to entertain the offers and take it to the shareholders
right.
because Square Enix is a publicly traded company. So a lot of people think Sony, but it's like if Microsoft gets wind of that, like if I was Microsoft, I'd counter. It's like that's one of the things they've
Right.
struggled with.
Oh, are you ready for this, Brian?
Yes, I'm ready for
Watch
whatever it is.
party will begin. Oh gosh, it'll begin 4:45 Japan time. Sorry. 12:45 Pacific, 3:45 a.m. Eastern.
So 2.
But also
2 in the morning, Central.
What's CEST? That's not Central. What's CEST?
I don't know.
CEST?
Yeah,
Central European Standard Time.
Oh, okay. They are 9:45. So, Oh god, that's gonna be rough, brother.
I've done it before, man. I've been covering Square Enix games for a long time. It's usually means it's pretty daggum early.
Yeah, we'll chat back and forth the next few days.
Yeah. The would I rather have Microsoft over Sony? If Sony continues, if
concerned.
if Sony
I'd be concerned
continues,
about
go ahead.
Microsoft owning both Warcraft and Final Fantasy 14. It's by no means a monopoly
hold
on
up.
MMOs, but
and ESO.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot they have ESO, and ESO is a huge game.
That's not like I'm wondering if Amazon will be the publisher for Blue Protocol in the West. Like they got that like after you sit here and you're like, oh hey, what's up? You know, like because Smilegate RPG is going to be the publisher for Blue Protocol in Korea. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be an interesting. I've been saying it like the 2020s to 2030s. Like it's gonna be, things gonna be wild. I don't know why I'm running. I'm just gonna kill some random enemies while you get that staff. The
I am on my way. I'm just making a quick stop at the board to find out there's nothing for me.
I think Sony seems to be more in line with like console and so it's like the fact they're bringing their games to PC. And multi-crossplay. Like if Destiny all of a sudden becomes exclusive like they've done in the past, then I absolutely root against that because I don't think that's good for the gamer. But then essentially, if it ends up being where it's like, all right, well, yeah, we own, Square, but oh, guess what? We're still bringing it to PC. We're still doing this, and that, and the other thing. Then great. I don't care. Just like bundle it with something, maybe make it like a value proposition. We'll go from there. Cryptonics is a 10th spot. Sony can't compete with Microsoft. Not at all. But I think it comes down as when it comes down to the votes, like that's where, I think that Sony can make probably their best case. But they've been locking down some contracts, and I also thought, what's up?
Sorry. That was screen fell out of the window, and one of the cats got a little too curious about what was outside. Sorry, please continue.
You're good. When it comes down to it, like I've often wondered if Sony is doing those like deals with like exclusivity for X period of time for X Final Fantasy game in light that Microsoft's closing in on them. So that way, oh yeah, we're going to honor our contract. So we're going to bring, Final Fantasy to PlayStation, blah, blah, blah,
That is one stubborn deer.
That it is.
That is.
Thank you again for the 10th spot. From Julie and me, we appreciate that.
That is why I've gotten into using the musket as a hunting weapon. Because shooter stance, you can generally take out those bigger things. Yeah.
Musket kicks butt with hunting. It's really handy.
Takes 3 or 4 hits. You get the shooter stance. You can knock them down. You hit them once, they rear up. Just keep on firing.
Yeah.
Well, also if it runs, use powder burn. And
that's good call.
What I do is because I don't rely on shooter stance. It's too inconsistent in terms of like combat performance.
Okay.
But what I do is I get a headshot on powder burn, and the headshot on powder burn, if you have it spec'd into it, lengthens the burn time, the dot time, I think by like 8 or 9 seconds or something. And then if it runs, you can miss shots, but the powder still burns, so the dot still goes off.
Thanks, Cryptonics, man. I appreciate you, dude.
That works.
Enjoy
you
your
guys have
ghost
a good
work.
night.
See you, Red, and we'll talk this week and see if we want to team up for those early hours.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Well, we'll talk about the AI. Hit me up in Discord, buddy, or whatever you want to do.
You got it, dude. You got it.
All right, see you guys.
See ya.
Have a good night.
Have a good night.
Later. Powder burn by itself is 9 seconds. The last trait for it extends powder burn by 4 seconds. So it's a total of 13 seconds. And it is quite helpful.
Pretty good.
If it's a headshot, rather. Otherwise, it's just a.
The only
seconds.
animal I have not had much luck with on shooter stance is buffalo. Because
Buffalo.
they charge
Yeah,
Brutal.
Yeah, they charge you.
Yeah, so I can get them mostly down. They'll ram into me, and then I'll snipe them as they run by.
Yeah. I actually started carrying a musket on me for when I have to do skinning.
Nice.
Because it's hit scan.
Yeah.
Like there's no projectile travel except I think past 100 meters. I think I've heard that. I've never shot that far. But yeah, it's hit scan, so you don't have to worry about it too much. Like you don't have to worry about the bow. Like with the bow, it arcs, and there's travel time, which can be kind of annoying, but not too
I
bad.
was extremely frustrated with the musket at first, until I tried it again later and realized it's a sniper rifle. I need to treat it like a sniper rifle, and now it's my best friend when I'm skinning.
Yeah, it's really good in terms of hunting potential. It's probably one of my favorite weapons in the game. But apparently they're going to buff the bow at some point.
Yeah, the
It's not-
PTR
because
bow
it's-
has been massively buffed.
Yeah, because apparently it's underperforming on live.
This was a good choice.
Do you need anything from here?
Let me see. No.
Okay, I'm gonna head south, and actually I need to go to the restroom real quick because I was like, oh, okay. I've been drinking this water, and I was like, all right, let me just get it. Let's run out of here, so I'm not gonna be in a danger zone. I guess if I did die, it's okay.
That's okay. I'm only equipped to support. I don't know if I could keep you alive in the middle of that room.
Yeah, no worries. All right, guys, I'll be right back.
Yep.
Okay.
Karamek, do you go full sharpshooter side?
Let me check. Weapon mastery, musket. I am going full sharpshooter, yes.
Okay.
Because I've decided it's a hunting weapon. I'm not really going to wind up using it much for actual content.
Yeah. It's pretty good, and at least I've seen it's pretty good in PvP. Just find like a bush, go prone, and just snipe from a bush.
I do not PvP. So I don't
Neither
think
do
that's
I.
helpful.
I don't PvP either. I don't like PvP in MMOs generally.
Yeah, I'm not nearly as excited as Brian has been about the Crystal Conflict. It is objectively, like, just looking at it from a game design standpoint, it is an excellent mode. The way they've put it together, so it's got super fast queue times, flexible compositions. Love it. Brilliant. Good design. Do not like PvP.
Yeah, neither do I.
So it's not a lot of fun for me. But objectively, it is a good mode.
Mm-hmm.
The only PvP I have ever enjoyed has been squad-based stuff where I go in with a team, and that is not because of PvP, but because that was our poker game. You know, you sit around the poker table, and it's really, you're just chatting. The game is there to give you a reason to be sitting around the table. That's kind of how that's how we treated Overwatch for years. So it wasn't that I liked Overwatch, it was that I liked my 5 people.
Yeah, I get you. In shooting games, that's really the only time I like PvP. That's, you know, been playing PlanetSide 2 lately. Got back into that. And SWTOR's started Galactic Starfighter. It's actually really good too. But you know, I've played. I originally did Warcraft PvP, like WoW PvP. Good modes, but I probably wouldn't play any more of it, to be honest. It was good as like a baby's first PvP, but ever since then I've just not been much into it.
What's the matter, buddy? You mad that I closed the window so you can't get outside?
Perhaps that's a good thing.
It is a very good thing. This guy has never been outside. He
Yeah,
is a house cat. I adopted him from the owner of his mother. So the only time he's ever been outside is in a crate when we go to the vet.
Yeah. I have one of my cats likes to go outside. In the spring and summer. My other cat went outside accidentally because he thought it was the garage, and he hasn't looked to go outside since.
I had one years ago who always wanted to go outside. So I got him a harness, and I figured I'm going to train you to go for walks, because he was a big boy who I could anticipate. He was a big boy who was very dog-like, so I thought, well, I'll train him to go on walks like a dog does. We got 2 steps outside. He flopped down on the ground and refused to move. Never tried to get out again. From that day forward, he actually stopped short of the door.
Interesting.
Like he would. So there was a little linoleum section right in front. It was an apartment. There's a little linoleum section in front of the door where you put like a rug to wipe your feet and stuff.
I'm back.
He would stop right at the edge of the carpet and just wait for me to leave, and then that is where he would greet me.
What are we talking about?
Cats.
Cats going outside.
Cats outside.
I have a cat who's never been outside, who's very upset that I have closed the window so he can't get outside, even though he's never been outside.
As long as it's not Cats in movies. That's the only problem. Or Cats the movie.
Why you don't like those 3D rendered buttholes?
I didn't actually. I just watched some like like obviously YouTube analysis of the videos itself, and I was like, oh my gosh, like this seems like a.
They made some choices.
They made some choices. Well, and then they kind of leaned into it based off of like with Les Mis, which is I was like, I saw Les Mis, I was like, this is great, and then it's like people are like, oh no, like the singing in it, like they had them live sing it and cry in the rain, like it's like when you look at like the sound, like some of the people who did an incredible job, and I was like, oh wow, like I enjoyed it, and then all of a sudden I listened to the soundtrack, I was like, wow, that's amazing, like one of my I was like, I see why this play is beloved, dude, and I was like, this is a great one.
This staff upgrade was a good choice. I'm doing about double health on you now.
Double health.
Compared to what I was doing, 600 still isn't much, but
I'll take it.
Yee.
Hopefully, and hopefully it's getting you some good life staff skills. If there's any place we need to go for your quests, please mark them. So don't make it this, I don't want this all to be about like me.
I have some actual quests, like not town board quests, but one-time quests that are right in this area. I don't know how to mark the map.
Right click, and I'll see your your location. And it all comes down into its own color too. Oh, good. I see. Oh, I see you are at the little tower. All right, let's head there.
Yes, I have several that are just right around the town. I've been doing things away from town, and every time I finish them, I get more things that are away from town, and I've never gotten around to just going around the town. Clearing some stuff. One
of the things, like, and I've talked about this numerous times, I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna keep hounding the devs about it too. Is like, can we get some value to XP post level 60? Because it's like, oh
yeah,
dude,
I would love that.
Oh dude, I would. I don't know. Maybe it'd be bad for me. Maybe it's like, Brian, we really need you to play another game. Please.
Yes.
Well, that's what it is they did with Gathering. Just let me see them do something similar.
Yeah.
The double XP weekend. What did that double? Everything?
Everything. So base XP and weapon XP.
Okay.
So it's like I wasn't able to play that weekend. I was so bummed, and then so it set a new 30-day record for the game in terms of logins. I was like, I think they get the arena going. They get that double XP weekend again. It's like I think we've hit the floor, like in terms of numbers, unless something just crazy happens. But which is great, kind of see like, oh, that's our floor. That's actually an incredible number. And so it's like, let's go. Now let's grow. But I think still like an expansion is going to be the most visible way to communicate like the long haul, for players, because at least in my experience with 14, pre-expansion is a massive time for people. Oh, there's an expansion. Oh, I'm going to go level up and I'm going to get ready for the expansion. And then then you play the expansion. So it's like I think that would actually be like, oh, it turns out a lot of people coming back because they want to play and they want to see what's changed, and there's an expansion to look forward to. Oh, I like the world. I like whatever, So it will be interesting to see. But man, Lost Ark in and of itself is just like, my fear about that is that everybody's like, oh, the model's free to play, Lost Ark style. I'm like, oh no. Charge a gate fee. We're good. Not even that much.
That was what I needed, I think.
Oh, good.
Search the camp for a spyglass. Okay. Probably in this box you're looking at. If I had to hazard a guess.
Probably.
Oh, what do you know? It was in the box.
Oh man, I gotta get my logging up. Holy smokes.
Why? What's your logging at?
What is my logging at? It said I'm not 175 for ironwood. No. Logging 128. Logging is 128.
There's an ironwood around here?
Yeah. Right there.
Oh yeah, I'm also down. That's not the one I leveled up, is it? No, it's only fishing and skinning. Okay, so only the skills that require killing. Got it. Because I'm a pacifist.
Naturally.
Oh
no.
Thanks guys for the 15 likes, by the way. I appreciate that. All right. Mark any other spots that you hear? Yeah.
Sure. There's another one.
With our 28
right
people.
Town. There's one basically straight south.
All right, let's head that way.
Have I commented that I enjoy the swimming animation of this game?
the walking to your death animation?
Yeah.
Somebody was saying, and it was like, some people make some interesting arguments online, and I'm just like, listen, and this was somebody I got in conversation with. I was like, I love 14, but like you're saying this game's garbage because it doesn't have swimming, and I was like, 14 didn't get swimming till like year 6 or 7.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, let's just.
But 14 also didn't let you go in the water at all.
Oh, that's true.
Do I need to skin that?
Well, they could have done what SWTOR does and just have low water.
Just low water, yes. The splash.
Just like shallow water, rather.
And it seems like most of the water here is pretty shallow as well, just so you can do the walking thing. But every time I get knocked off of one of those floating cities, I get real nervous.
Yeah, dude. You're like, oh no. He got me. He wasn't even a hard enemy, but he did a knockback and I knocked me into the water. Now I'm trying not to drown.
Yeah, exactly. That has happened to me a couple of times, and the two things I note is that the assets do not go all the way to the bottom of the lake, which is an interesting choice that most games don't make. And the other thing is they'll still catch you. You can still clip on that dock even though it doesn't extend all the way down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of a weird thing, but whatever.
Yeah, basically if I fall in the water, I just assume I'm dead.
All right, time to respawn.
Yep. Gotta wait those 20 seconds for the death to take. Okay, guys, you can stop it, stop it, stop it.
Alright, where the hell is this?
Okay, it says I need to... Oh, I need to kill 6 of those. Okay, cool. Well, that was 2.
Woo!
That was 3. What is this bat monster?
Okay.
Most everything in this game is based on something real, or, you know, zombies, which are based on humans, I guess. But what are these screechers?
What does it say their name or whatever?
Oh, they're like bat wyvern things.
Yeah.
They're kind of weird.
Yeah, they're like, what if dragons were based on bats instead of lizards?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, if they ever add dragons to this game, I'm gonna be freaking out.
I would not be surprised, honestly.
You know what you should watch, Brian?
What?
The mockumentary. Dragons. I forget the name of the documentary. Basically, it was a documentary, a fake documentary that said basically what would have happened if dragons were real. And it basically treats them as if they're legitimate animals. So there's like science behind their flight and like their fire breath.
Okay.
Because their attitude is like, hey, all these societies, all these cultures have dragons of some form.
Right.
What if they were real? And they basically it's like a 2-hour documentary
Huh.
of just like, I think it's like dragons come to life or something like that. I can't remember. But this was back in 2006, 2007. It was really good. Like one of my classmates actually saw it and he's just like, dude, dragons are real. I was like, no, they're not. He's like, what are you talking about? Did you see the documentary? I was like, yeah, but they also made a disclaimer like in the beginning of the thing, like, hey, this isn't real. This is just a what if situation.
That's fun.
But it's freaking, it's legit, man. It's like really good.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it shows them evolving like over time, and like how the Eastern dragons have evolved over instead of the European dragons and stuff. It's because it's a really interesting take. And it's actually what I've based sort of my idea of the dragon off of, that it's not some sentient magical being, but just this creature
Nice.
that exists in the world, which I find is much more endearing as opposed to...
Depends on your interest. There's a book series. I still need to finish it. The final book came out years ago, and I still haven't read the last one, called Temeraire. It's a alternate history kind of story based on what if the Napoleonic Wars occurred in a world where there was a dragon-based air force.
Interesting.
Yeah, like the pilots rode the dragons.
Right.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was written by Naomi Novak, who was also one of the writers on the Neverwinter games. So she's pretty good.
That sounds awesome.
I literally think I know what you're talking about. Naomi Novik. His Majesty's Dragon?
That's the first book of the series.
Yeah.
It's like 9 books long.
Yeah, I know the third book. I've heard of the third book, but I've never actually read the series. The third book is Black Powder War. I heard about it, never read it, but because I was looking for.
I'm trying to remember which one was the third one, because I've read them all back to back, so they kind of blow. They kind of blend together.
Oh, okay, gotcha. No, I don't know. I've never read them, but.
What was it? First one is the introduction. Second one, they go to China because the Chinese are real mad. I think third one is
mad
where they're
as in
going
like angry,
home.
or mad as in like crazy, or both.
They're spoilers. It turns out that our main character dragon was an exceedingly rare Chinese imperial dragon
Oh,
who is bonded only to the emperor, and there were 2 of them born together, which is a huge problem because they can't have 2 emperors, so they sent one away
Right.
to Napoleon, actually, just as a way of dealing with we can't have 2 people who are bonded to an imperial.
Right.
And the British captured his egg in an act of privateering. So they were really mad about
yeah.
it.
Real nice, real smooth.
Yeah, it's a bit of a quagmire.
Can you post the book stuff? Because I want. Is it good to read to kids as well? Like, what kind are we talking about?
I would probably give it a PG-13.
Okay, and then I'll wait for the kids.
Yeah, I'm currently
Yeah.
reading a book, and it's probably PG-13.
I'm disappointed we don't have movies about it yet. Peter Jackson optioned the rights like 12 years ago. And he
Peter
said, "This is the
Jackson
kind of
was the
thing we'd
one
love
who
to
made
do."
the Lord of the Rings
Lord of
series.
the Rings.
Yeah.
He optioned the books and then immediately got to busy making The Hobbit.
Dude, he's like, if ever I became famous enough that they were gonna make a movie out of my books, which I haven't published anything, but in the next 20 years, if that happens, Peter Jackson is the only one I trust.
I really hope he does something with it because it is a good
Because
series.
he actually respects. He'll make changes, but like I've seen some of his interviews as to like the Lord of the Rings series and The Hobbit, and he's just like, we were trying to maintain the spirit of the work,
Yes.
and like he tries to respect and
Right,
stay true
but
to the
you don't want to.
source
You
material.
can't translate 1-to-1. People, oh no, it's like
Right.
like a movie
Exact-
is a
yeah.
different medium. Just like a game's a
Right.
different medium, you know.
Right. But he tries to respect and maintain the originality, not the originality, the spirit of this. He tries to maintain the
Original
spirit of the
intent.
work, and
Yeah.
and stay true to the intent.
That is
and
why
more or less the source
Aragorn's sword was delivered by Elrond. Because in the books, it was delivered by Elrond's sons, who were cut out of the movie entirely. So in
Right.
maintaining the spirit of Elrond sending his kids, he came himself.
Right.
And it's Hugo Weaving, so obviously that was a great time.
Oh, dude, Hugo Weaving. That man is a very versatile actor.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
One of the
I
reasons
know
why I've been
this,
enjoying reading The Hobbit to the kids because it's like I want to watch the movie with them, and then I like the same thing with Lord of the Rings. I'm like, oh yeah. So my plan is I want to also want to read them Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings are darker.
Oh yeah, but this is what I'm thinking when they're older.
Yeah, I get you.
Because what we've been doing is no technology Sundays. And so it's like, yeah, all right, let's sit around and like I'll read to you. I mean, I read on a
That's
tablet.
that's a really smart idea. I should probably do that.
It's just literally, well, honestly, dude, like it makes me, it brings out a creative side. So all I do is have a little notepad, and I'm like, when I think of ideas, I'm like, all right, let me write that down. You know, and it's like, it's kind of nice because it gets me away from, like, I'm not playing games. You know, we're not like, you know, we're as a family, and I was like, I will use a tablet to read the books though. So it's like, okay, because like that just makes it easier on my
Yeah.
on my
You
dyslexic
got
guys.
backup?
Oh, thank you.
Well, apparently what is it, Comic Sans? I think.
I don't know.
I don't
I
know.
think it's Comic Sans is the one font that is like recommended for dyslexics. As much as people hate it to death, apparently it really helps with dyslexia.
Interesting.
I think it's Comic Sans. Something about it, I forget what, but something about it just makes it really, really good for dyslexics to read. So you might want to look into that, Brian.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, I also sent you the.
What's weird is I've always liked Comic Sans, and people have always like, oh, Comic Sans. I'm like, I don't know.
I hate
like-
it aesthetically, but I mean,
It depends on its
time.
usage. Anytime I
Yeah.
see a company use it, I know that it's a cynical attempt to try and seem more personable and friendly, because that's just what somebody said to do in a book, like press releases for dummies.
yeah.
I just,
Right.
yeah, no, it puts some actual effort into it.
But what I did do,
Yeah, be an adult. Let's go.
but I sent you Nope, wrong way.
Your
Brian,
timing
I
on that
sent-
was fantastic. You said wrong way just as Brian turned around and ran the other direction.
Yeah.
I sent you the song through Discord.
Thank you.
So it's
I
it's
give
pretty
that.
legit.
I give that a listen.
Oh, it's actually better than mine.
Yeah, I think after this, when we run this other one, and I'm gonna probably wrap up as it's getting 10 o'clock. I want to make sure that I don't
That's
fatigue.
fair.
I don't fatigue myself, especially if any of the kids do decide that they're gonna get up in the middle of the night with like, oh no, the cough is back. No. I want to make sure I'm not caught off guard. That's like those are the long nights. Like, oh, you got done streaming. Oh, I need you. Like, okay, all night. Like, oh,
Yeah.
Please no. Sleep it off.
That's the thing. Like, if they, daylight savings time, it's like, oh man, like I hate that. I hate that system because it's like kids don't care. Kids still get up.
This is terrible.
Everybody hates daylight savings time, and yet we still can't get it repealed. I do not understand this.
The Senate voted, and then I guess the House did not, or something.
And the killer, yeah, I don't think the House even brought it up for vote, but the killer thing is the Senate passed it by unanimous voice consent because most of them didn't read the bill. And there were several
really?
people who said if they had read the bill and known it was going to be to repeal daylight savings time, they would have voted against it. Why?
Wow.
Why? Literally everyone hates it. Why?
It doesn't serve a purpose anymore. We're not in wartime.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
I
I
mean, we
mean, we
haven't-
might be.
Fair.
Right, but
It hasn't
The
served a
thing is,
purpose
we
for
don't-
decades because the whole point was to conserve energy
Yeah.
and fuel resources during war. And since we've been using computers and servers and fluorescent lights for the last 30 years, it hasn't been saving us power. At
also
all.
too, we don't have the same manufacturing what's the word, capabilities that we used to have.
Yeah, exactly.
Like half of those factories are overseas. Not more than half are overseas.
Yeah.
Don't get me started on that, but
I think that's one of the things the pandemic showed us is like a real structural weakness. Oh, you want things? Oh, well, they're gonna come in on a boat. Oh, supply chain. Like graphics
Yes.
cards. Oh, you like a graphics card?
Yeah.
We don't make those here. It's like, why not?
As silly as it might sound, toilet paper was actually the thing that showed it. The
Yeah.
way that it just disappeared and couldn't be restocked very specifically showed us that our I'm going to use the full term because if I use the acronym, you'll think I'm being crude. The point of sale ordering based system where it's just
Yeah.
just in time resupply. Like I worked for Walmart for a number of years, and that's how it worked. When
Yeah.
we sold X number of units, we knew that our shelf was running low. An order was put in, and it's just in time to restock before we run out.
right.
If you stress any part of the supply chain when you're running a system like that, it all breaks down completely and immediately.
Yeah.
on some
Toilet
places,
paper showed it.
We had a big freeze when I was living. Like it was, we didn't have kids, so it was just actually wasn't that bad. But we got locked in basically to our house for 4 days, and that's kind of rare for Texas. And after 4 days, the roads were good enough to where I could go out, and we went to the grocery store, and the grocery store was picked clean, and because trucks couldn't get in, and it's like, I was like, oh crap! Like if it's like these problems is like, yeah, that.
dude, truckers are the lifeblood of the country.
Oh,
of
yeah.
any country.
Yep.
Yes.
And it just
it was-
kind of sucks that the country is just so huge.
Yeah.
But what are you gonna do?
I don't know. We could invest in rail.
High speed rail.
I would like that. I wouldn't mind.
Not necessarily high speed, although that would be nice for passenger transport. Rail is still a huge factor in the supply chain, moving stuff from the ports
Yeah.
to locales, and then they get loaded into trucks. So I honestly don't know if we need more rail. Whenever I pass a train track, there's always a train on it, and it's loaded with cargo containers. So I know it's working, but I don't know if we need more. I'm just kind of being sarcastic.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I don't know. I don't think so. Oh, I don't have that. Damn it.
What you looking for?
Obsidian flux.
What we need is transporters. Just
Yeah, beam us
supplies
around.
Uh-huh.
Or like replicators, man. Yeah, let's go.
I would be down for replicators.
I'd be down for replicators. That'd be awesome. That's in a post-scarcity
Yes.
situation, though.
Yeah.
Which apparently some people are like, we've hit that.
No,
No.
not yet.
No, we haven't. We have the potential. Like, we have the resources and ability to build out to a point that we're near post scarcity.
Yeah.
But there's no profit in it. Or there's not enough profit in it.
Yeah. Well, that's like battery power. We need incentives for more battery power, but
Well,
it's
a
not
good
there.
case in point is food. We, as a world, we produce enough food to feed everyone.
Yeah, but
And
it's
yes,
We can't get it everywhere though.
Exactly. We can't get it where it needs to be.
It's just yeah.
because there's no profit in it.
Exactly.
And that's so freaking tragic.
I have heard from many people, and I hate to be the guy who says I've heard from many people, but that's kind of the case. I don't have the personal experience that capitalism is fantastic for building a society. It is not great at maintaining it.
Maybe. I'd have to think about it.
I think there's components that like where people look at
Yes.
what we have and say it's capitalism. It's like some degrees of it are, but there are also like I think aspects where they're like clearly not, and it's like, you know,
Yeah,
the,
exactly.
you know, so it's like because I talk about this within the healthcare. I spend a lot of time, you know, working in healthcare. It's like it's such an interesting, complex problem that for me, when people say like, "Oh, we're gonna fix it," I go, "Oh, they're gonna make it worse."
Yeah.
Yeah,
and,
good luck.
And that's something
You have
I've
to fix it entirely, and nobody's ready for that.
right. And so, and then at the same time, it's like where like I look at it and go, there's value in investing because like we develop all these new treatments and these things like that. So it's like I'm not going to sit here and fault anybody for like taking out the incentive for people to profit removes a lot of the money in it, and thus you end up. And so like I think there are solutions. I've kind of talked about them myself of what I think would be beneficial for society, but like at the end of the day, like that's where the best thing to do would be to try things out, experiment, and see like what actually works, and what actually like how do we improve? Because I think capitalism, what I would say is that like while I've seen a lot of negative on capitalism and not a lot of negative on like America or Americans, and like can we be better? Should we like try to hold ourselves and improve? Yes, but like I see it compared to some kind of fake utopia. It's the same thing I see with MMOs. Like, oh yeah, like MMOs, like they should all be like, it's like, to what game that does not exist? Like, where's this utopian MMO that we all judge every game off of? It doesn't exist. And so like I get frustrated because it's like okay, yeah, let's talk about what we can improve, but like let's acknowledge that like there's not this utopia out there that we're like, oh yeah, we're falling short. But I think that there's definitely room, like in terms of capitalism, where like when we think about like how to score us, right? Like there's all incentive models exist, and because they work, and so like when it comes to a score, like if we're going to sit here and score ourselves, having a system that's based like of our the GDP, which the guy who invented the GDP said this is not an accurate depiction of society and how it's doing, but then we just took it and said this is what we're going to use for our society, I would more or less be I would love them to bring in other like touch points. What's like the suicide rate? What's the drug addiction rate? What's the the life expectancy? What's the like and things like that to factor that into our score of like the system, and then look at how we can improve those numbers as well. Because I think capitalism can have a cure, but you got to have an incentive model.
My issue has been and continues to be unchecked, unrepentant.
Oh yeah,
Capitalism is the problem. Capitalism in and of itself is not a problem. It is a good economic model as long as you understand two factors. One is that the people who participate in the system need to be protected. And the other factor is you have to understand that not everything is going to be for profit.
Right. Well, and that's one of the things, like back to our how we've seen like all these like manufacturing and supply chain and all this, like the people who voted for all that, like I've even heard one guy was like, I'm voting yes for this, but this is really bad. The reason I'm voting yes is because I have a fiduciary responsibility to vote yes. I'm missing one chest. I am just FYI, do you know where it's at?
Oh, okay. I was wondering why we were running in circles.
Yeah, I was like, I ran up here. I was like, did I miss it? And so I was like, I found one down there. So I'm just missing one for this area. So if you see any chests, just call it out.
Did you find two on the top platform?
I did. Two up there, yeah.
Okay.
And then I had, I think, two down here. And so I was like, if there's a third one down here, then I haven't found it. So yeah, and so that when it comes down to that aspect, it's like, I think there's definitely some things that we can improve, but we've seen like that, like, oh yeah, for all for profit, like, yeah, of course we have to go overseas, and that weakens supply chain, that causes anxiety, that causes, like, it's like, okay, maybe not everything, or maybe we don't want to have everything manufactured overseas, Not that we can't do it, because open free trade is, I think, just from, I guess, my perspective, I'm not a scholar on this subject, but nope, that's just a book page.
That's a note, yeah.
Yeah, the is that I feel like it's definitely reduced war, because essentially, like, there's, like, oh yeah, we don't want to go to that. We have this business relationship. We're all making money and whatnot, Say what?
Mm-hmm.
But
there?
Let me see here. No, I've gotten that one.
Okay.
Here, where are the other chests?
One of the things that continuously frustrates me is we have the same group of people talking about how great some of our projects post World War II were, like building the interstate system, all of the dams and levees that were built, and hydroelectric dam sets. Like, that's fantastic. So let's do some work to fix that
the
infrastructure
dams,
that is starting to fail, because it's been decades and it needs some work. And then that same person will immediately respond, well, there's not really much profit in that. That's just wasteful government spending. You're so close to getting it. You are so very close to understanding. Can I just get you to draw the line between A and B?
And especially because, like, I'm all for government spending, especially when it's on infrastructure and those kind of things. Like, literally, like, if they went and said, hey, we're going to bring high speed, high quality, super fast internet, everywhere. I was like, that actually, I think, benefits commerce and trade and workers, and like, I'm like, yeah, let's do it. Like, that's a really good, that would be a really good investment, especially in terms of, like, when you think about how internet can change education, right? Like, I spend a lot of my time making educational content. That's how I view myself as a content creator. Like, the main objective is to educate on a subject or on the news, etc. So I don't necessarily, like, that's why, like, people like, you can never, like, put your comedy out there, and it's like, I think people would be fundamentally, like, shocked at, like, at the contrast, because I present myself, like, I'll be goofy here, etc., but it's like stand-up is such a different element. I view myself as a teacher, as a content creator. Like, how can I, like, give you information? Like, that is my ultimate goal. And so the internet, I think, fundamentally has changed education. And then, so my thought is that, in terms of that, like, let's get more people, and yeah, people will use the internet for bad things, and people will waste their time on the internet, but, like, give people, and there's nothing wrong with, like, wasting time. There's nothing wrong with, like, using the, the internet for the fun things that it has. But it's like, the fact is, like, I can get off stream tonight, and I can go work on a course. I can teach myself a new skill because I have access to that. And my thought is that in terms of education, it's like I want to get more people access to that opportunity so that they can sit here and learn and grow and hopefully maybe, hey, give themselves some skills that maybe make them marketable or, you know, things of that nature. What's up, DJ Rock? Yeah, I've been coughing apparently. Excuse me. I was drinking too much pre-stream and then all of a sudden I stopped drinking.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no. Heal. The kids have been sick. I haven't been streaming. You know, it's just been busy. Kids have been getting up at night and have been needing my help. So here, I know we're mostly about instance PvP and instance dungeon with immersive open world areas and gathering crafting. The arena PvP will be interesting to the impact that it will have on OPR, hands down, because it's like OPR requires more people and it's not pulling from the whole server, so it's gonna be interesting. But the open world, I love, like, open world leveling is my joy about MMOs. Yeah, DJ, I've been doing stand up since I think January.
You've been doing them for a while.
I didn't go last night because, like, after, like, the kids and the, you know, the weekends, and I was so fatigued. I literally, I think, went to bed at 8 o'clock. I was done. I was just,
You're pooped.
But I wanted to go. Like, I had a new joke that I was going to test out, and so hopefully I'll test that out next week.
Still meeting at that improv group that you ran into the first time?
Yeah. They do Thursday nights. I haven't been going on Thursday, namely because, like, I don't. Like with kids, wife, I don't want to sit here and be like, oh, my whole life is away from my family, you know. So it's like the comedy, like, I don't want to push it, you know, in that regards, because I honestly, like, whether I don't, you know, I'm not sitting here like, oh, I'm gonna try to be like, have a Netflix special and stuff. Like, nah, it literally for me is almost kind of like a very therapeutic thing, just kind of getting up there, just making people laugh, and, you know, just kind of tell my jokes. So it's like that's kind of what I use it for. It's kind of nice, but yeah, then I stream occasionally, so it's like I don't see myself doing a lot of the improv stuff, even though, like, honestly, I could probably benefit from that skill a little bit, like refining it a little bit more. So Gunbreaker PvP controller guide should be coming out soon. I've been testing it. I think it needs a little bit more changes. That will also be over on Ginger JRPG, so that's where all my like dedicated Final Fantasy content literally will be rolling out. Like, outside of, like, big breaking news and discussion that I want, like the housing crisis thing with the lottery. It's like, oh, I was like, I covered that here just so that people people who wanted to know.
That was wild, and I feel so sorry for the team working on it.
Oh, I know. I feel sorry for everybody. Like, housing is if they ever announce like a fix for the housing problem in Final Fantasy 14, it will be so relieving, because then that will be we won't have to waste so much time talking about it. Like, it's like, why is it 2022 and we're still talking about, like, oh, I'm sorry you can't get a house. Like, I say that to so many players. Oh, I'm sorry, it sucks. Should have been here 7 years ago. And then never unsub.
I really feel sorry for the dev team on that one, just because it's been a problem for so long, and they've had to go through so many things to try and fix it, and they came up with a passable temporary solution, let's call it that, and then that temporary solution was just a complete disaster when things broke.
Exactly.
Like, it's just, oh, that's heartbreaking.
Warfighter Army says, also, I work with streamers and YouTubers to help market their channels. That's awesome. Hopefully that's going well for you.
That seems like a good career that did not exist 10 years
I know.
ago.
It's like all these new, like, you know, like supporting like careers around this, etc.
Yeah, dude.
Let's see here. All right, let's get these. Let me get these things turned in, and then I'm gonna get some sleep because I am exhausted.
Sounds
Probably a good idea.
Yeah, sleep. What a concept. Yeah. See,
You have many children. What is sleep?
it's not much. Like usually, I end up probably getting a better sleep if I go sleep on the couch because that way I don't get woken up in the middle of the night when they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna try to just jump on you." Like, all right, cool. I'm gonna grab this one while I'm at it, just in case it goes away. I don't want that to lose that opportunity. Am I getting close? Ah, man. All right, 28 and a half. I don't think this is gonna do it, but just gotta grind. What's up?
I got 3 levels on life staff.
Oh wow,
Nice.
that's awesome. Maybe
That
I
is
should.
nothing to sneeze at.
Maybe I should fish out here and also give myself even more opportunity. Let me buy gypsum. Why not? All right, and buy. Cool. Excellent. Cool. Well, guys, let me see who I can raid. Let's see if anybody added me to their raid ability. Customization, redirect, other chance. Nobody has given me permission to raid, or they're not live. So, guys, let's get this raid culture set up over on YouTube and whatnot. Thanks, Kryptonics, for the 10 spot again. Thanks, guys, for hanging out with me in voice. Thanks, guys, for being here on the channel, and also thanks for the likes. Since I can't raid anybody, we won't raid tonight, but one day we will. That'll be a great day. Anyway, guys, I'm ending the stream. Love you. See you next time.